Halifax's Willie Bland absolutely wowed them in the slam contest last year. Watch the masterpiece. How does he do that? But it was Saskatchewan's Mario Donaldson who was the winner. And tonight he's here with one thing on his mind. He wants to defend his crown. We're in the shadow of the Citadel, which has guarded this harbor town since 1828. Tonight, Canada's Ocean Playground plays host to the fastest basketball in the world. Welcome to a sold-out Halifax Metro Center. Tonight, the WBL takes up stage and center. Last night it was baseball. Tonight, it's basketball in Canada. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Woloshin, along with Mike Rice. Well, 10,000 fans are jamming into this place. They'll see all the all-star festivities, not just a game. We'll start with a three-point contest, then a slam jam contest. It's going to be a lot of fun, Mike Rice.
Well, the three-point always is a lot of fun. Chip England, he wants his championship back. Freddie Cofield's got a bad finger, but he said he's not giving it up. But they have to watch for a couple of Milts. Milt Newton from Kansas, he was the national champ. He knows what pressure is. And, of course, Milt Wagner from Louisville, he's a great standstill three-point shooter. They're the dark horses. I have to go with Chip England this year.
Well, I kind of like Milt Wagner as my dark horse. It's very even, though. That's the real thing here. No doubt about that. Then there is the three-point contest. You've got 25 balls. You've got to put them all in within 60 seconds. Technique is important. And, again, a wide-open field.
Yeah, the slam dunk contest really is going to be good this year. Last year was a fluke. Mario Donaldson got his slam dunk, but it should have been Willie Bland with the winner. He had the best dunk I've ever seen. Between the legs, around the back, it was a great one. But they have to keep an eye on Darren Queenan this year. He's got a dunk, a two-ball dunk that I think the fans will love to see. No one's ever tried this dunk before. At 6'3", it should be quite an accomplishment for Darren Queenan. I'm picking him to win it all.
Well, I believe you there. It's timing that'll be important. You'll have to have a partner who puts that second ball in the air for them. That's just the hors d'oeuvres, seriously, because the main course will follow. We'll see some great inside play. Oh, we've got everything coming your way tonight on the WBL All-Star Game, and we pause now for a regional break. Exclusive coverage of WBL basketball action comes your way in just a moment on Sports Channel America. Welcome back to Halifax, and here is the way the rules for the three-point shootout will go. It's 20 feet 6 inches. That's the international line. 3 rounds of competition. There are 5 stations positioned around each three-point line. There are 5 balls each. And by the way, one of the balls you see later in the rules is that world ball. That's worth 2 points. The brown balls are worth 1 point each. You have 60 seconds to attempt 25 shots, and the 4 top scorers will advance from the field of 8. Wow, how did they do that? 25 shots in 60 seconds. That seems ungodly.
Well, that will provide the winner for us. The guys that can't shoot quick, the guys that have to jump shoot, they won't be in it long.
Let's meet the players. Here's PA announcer Rick Anderson.
We have a couple of photos for you before the contest of 11 heavyweight with the MTV Cellular and WBL three-point shooting contest. There will be 3 rounds. The 4 players with high scores will advance to the next round. From there, the 2 top scorers compete for the championship. Each round is scored separately, with each player having 1 minute to attempt 25 shots. Each shot is worth 1 point, with each World Basketball League ball worth 2. Welcome your contestants for tonight's contest, not necessarily in order of appearance. From the Nashville Stars, J.J. Eubanks.
We'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll see just who is the best eye in the WBL. The target right there. 6 inches away. J.J. Eubanks getting ready to see what he can do. The young man from Nashville went to Tennessee State. Mike, so far this year, hit 41 of 98. That's not bad. 48% from three-point range.
But he's a long shot. Although he shoots the right way, he doesn't do the jump shot. He doesn't need as much legs. But he hasn't been in a three-point competition before.
He got 4 points out of that. He had 2, and then the big white ball.
And he's a guy that will probably shoot better in the corner from that at the top. And you have to be able to make this shot right here. That's the Chip England shot. That's Freddie Cofield. They'll knock 4 or 5 off. And JJ's doing well from the top.
He's got 9 already now. He saved the rack over here on the right. You see at the bottom of your screen.
Well, if you're going to upset anybody it's the first round. That's when the big guys, Chip England, Freddie Cofield, they're a little nervous. If you let them get going, they're going to win the competition. So this is where a guy like JJ can sneak into the second round.
He got that one.
Impressed he was how quickly he shot. He had plenty of time to spare. You'll see a guy like Darren Queen. He'll have a lot more trouble as we replay here. His arm wasn't sore, although 2 of the 3 shots fell on the front rim. There's a front rim. So the legs were getting a little tired.
I believe he's got it. That's official. And that'll bring out Steve Bird. 13 for J.J. Eubanks. That'll be tough. Here's Bird, who's hit 640 to 114 this year for out favorite from Halifax Windjammer. Played at Iona.
He's a scorer, slasher. He's not a great pure shooter. He's taken more shots than anybody in the W from everywhere. 501. So he knows how to shoot. I got a feeling he's not going to be around for the second round.
Now we should tell everybody that they go from 8 players to 4, and then they'll scrub in the third round. There are no carryover points, so you have to be in the top of the cut to make it.
He needed that 2-point ball right at the end there, the world ball, and he missed it at the top.
Here's a world ball.
He's got great form, but as we said, he's not a pure shooter, but a great scorer, averaging 24 points a game.
Do they watch those feet by the line? I'm not sure.
Occasionally
fudge,
they call one, yes.
Well, Burt gets a big hand. He's a hometown favorite. I think he would have done a little bit better. Nice smile, though. He knows this is for fun. There's some money riding on this deal. 8 points for Steve Burt. And that'll bring up Jeffy Connolly.
Connolly's a good standing shooter from 3 points. In the regular season, he has trouble getting it off if he's not in an offense. But there's no one checking you in the three-point competition, so he's a long shot here tonight.
Well, he's only taken 78 threes this year and made 28, about 36%.
Well, he can shoot them. He just can't get them off occasionally. And boy, it's nice to start off with 3 or 4. He started with 2.
But he did get the big 2 there from the world ball, and now he's got a rhythm. Boy, before you even look to see where the ball's going, you're on the move after the shot, aren't you?
Well, it's the main thing in the first round is to make sure you don't try to go too fast, but you still want to get all the balls in that minute time limit.
They all save the world ball for the last ball each rack. You see all those kids underneath. They're working to make sure that they clear those balls in a hurry. Last rack now for the young man from Saskatchewan who went to college in Santa Clara. And here comes the world ball, and he beats the time limit too.
But I think we're going to see with Milt Wagner and Chip England coming up a lot higher scores than that as we see Jeffy, unusual name, but that's his name, Jeffy Conley.
Yeah. Didn't you say it was, he got that nickname from some battle near the Civil War or something of that nature?
No, I think it was the movie Roadhouse.
Oh, okay.
That's like the Civil War.
By the way, Jeffy had 14. He's our new leader here. Darren Queenan from Nashville. Nashville. You like him in the slam dunk. How do you like him here?
No, he shoots too much with his legs, and by the end of the shooting, he'll be tired. He's a great leaper from Lehigh, but this is not his game. Leaping is.
He has 3. The score to beat is Jeffy Connolly's 14. Connolly just burned it. Right before him. Queenan saw it. Queenan heats up. He's got 5. You say jumping is not important here at all. It takes time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it takes a lot of time. Plus your legs get tired, and you'll start hitting the front rim on the next to last rack.
He's got 11. Even if he hits this, he can't take the lead. But he's got 13, so he's amongst the top 3. Here's a chance. 14. He could be the new leader now. He is the new leader, and he wants to build. And he does. 15. 15 for Darren Queenan. He's the new leader. Connolly with 14, Eubanks with 13, and apparently Steve Burt with 8 will be out of it.
Here's where you have to make middle shots are the most important, and Darren got 3 of the 5, so didn't do a bad job.
Another hometown favorite, played at Halifax, is next. Now he hit 55 of 127, Mike. He's a 43% three-point range shooter.
Milton will be a long shot to win this because he's got pretty good range and he shoots quick enough. It's just he has to get by the first round. He's one of the guys that will be a little nervous shooting before this great hometown Halifax crowd.
Boy, he's starting to heat up. He's got 6 points now. Stays at 6. Here's that middle rack you say is so important.
I like Milt Newton if he gets by this round. He'll be tough in the second round.
Oh, he's got 10 as he goes to rack number 4.
If he loses it, it'll be that middle rack and that rack right there. His legs look like they're a little tired at this point.
He was shut out on that rack, on that 4th rack. He starts to heat up again. He's got 13. He could tie for the lead. He does.
Well, Milt Newton would really be in the lead right now if he had hit this rack right here as well as he did the 2 corner racks. And that's where he's the best. Oh, I missed some of those. He did pretty well in that middle rack.
He's shaking his head. He knows he could have had more. And he wishes he had more because the guy who's up next is the three-point man. Chip Anglin from Calgary. Collegiately, he played at Duke. He's number 1 in 3 points made in the league, 2nd in field goal percentage. He's hit 94 of 195, 48%. And here he goes.
He lives for the three-point shot. He's been 2nd and 3rd the last 2 years in three-point percentage. He beat Jimmy Les last year, and Jimmy Les this year played for the Sacramento Kings and led the NBA in three-point percentage. Chip England is off to a slow start.
4 after 2 racks. He's going to have to get hot and hit a bunch in a row. There's the middle rack that's so important. 1 out of 2 there.
And his time, he's got to watch his time. He's not shooting as quick. He knows he's missing, so he's slowed down a little bit to get his accuracy. He's a veteran and he knows how to shoot.
He's up to 11, make it 12. Big one there, 14. He can take the lead with 1 here. That's the tie. Ooh. He's got the lead. 17.
And he's the kind of shooter, if he gets through the first round, he'll be very, very difficult to beat. And there's the ball that put him ahead. Chipping, boy, he's a cool customer in the 3 points.
I think if there's a dark horse in this contest, it's this man here, Milt Wagner from Memphis, went to Louisville.
Well, you picked him, right?
Yep.
All right, so we know ahead of time.
Number 2 in 3 points made, 70 of 183. And he's off to a slow start, too.
But 3 of them will hit the back rim, and that's where you want to miss, on the back rim.
This is Milt's first contest, so he doesn't have the experience to know.
Yeah, he needs to get through this round also. He's the type of shooter that can get hot.
He's slowing down a touch now. Through 3 racks, he's got 8.
He's the guy that really has brought Memphis back. They're playing great basketball the last 3 weeks. Milt Wagner is getting used to the WBL.
He's got 11. He goes to the last rack. He needs these points to make the cut. 14. They'll end with 14.
That could be a very costly miss.
Yep.
The last one. Here's the rack that Wagner missed the last shot, and that could keep him out of the competition. It'll be interesting right here with Freddie Cofield.
Yep. 17, 2 15s, and then there's 2 14s, so there's 5 still in it, really, at the moment. And here comes Cofield.
He's got
you know he can do it.
He's got the bad finger. He missed the last 3 weeks of the regular season. He just came back and played his first game against Erie last week. And Freddie needs a little time to get that finger into action.
Yeah, he only played 12 games, Mike, and he's only shot 38 for 93 on the year, 41%. He's got 6 going to this rack. There's 7.
That's one reason that Youngstown has lost 9 games in a row. They haven't had Barry Mitchell and their 3-pointer, Freddie Cofield.
There's 13. There with a crucial miss. He looks at the clock to see the time. He needs at least 1 to stay in the contest. He got it. This will ensure him that he's there. That's 15. This should tie him for the lead. Wow, he did it. And that knocks Wagner and Connolly out of the contest. We have 2 17s, 2 15s.
And did you say Wagner's out?
Yeah, that knocked him out.
Yeah, that was that last shot that Milt Wagner hit. Look at Freddie Cofield. He looked up at the clock. He looked at the score. He knew what he needed, took his time. That's why Chip England and Freddie Cofield fight it for the championship of the 3-point every year. They know what they have to do.
So Cofield had 17 points. England had 17. Queenan had 15. And Newton had 15. Those are the 4 that remain. We'll come back for round 2 in just a moment. They are still coming in to the Halifax Metro Center. There'll be 10,000 plus when it's all over. A very nice building in such a beautiful part of the country. Nova Scotia. And there you get a good look at the way a player would see it from the corner. The rack's in front of him. He's got to knock 25 down in 60 seconds. And boy, was England and Cofield, the 2 young men who've been battling it out the last 3 years, were they neck and neck in that first round or what?
You know, they were talking about it in the lobby today at the hotel. Everyone else, they were too nervous to talk about. I asked Darren Queenan and Eubank, you know, how are you going to make out the 3-point tonight? And they said, well, we're not sure. Cofield and Chip England both said, we'll be in the finals. And the guy I have to beat, Chip said, was Fred, and Freddie said the same thing. So they're the guys that have been there before.
They both had 17. Newton and Queenan had 15. Milt Wagner had 14 along with Jeff D. Connolly. J.J. Eubanks had 13 and Steve Burt had 8. So goodbye to Steve Burt, goodbye to J.J. Eubanks, goodbye to Milt Wagner and to Jeff D. Connolly. And now we go to round 2. No carryovers, Mike, so we start anew. You don't have to be in shape for this, do you?
Well, I think a guy like Queenan, he shoots so much with his legs that you do get tired in the 3-point competition. That's why Larry Bird shoots it very well, and some of the great jumpers have trouble in the 3-point competition. Clyde Drexler of the Portland Trailblazers shoots well during the season, but he doesn't shoot in the competition as well because he's a leg shooter, and that's Darren Queenan. He's going to have trouble in this round.
We'll see if that happens. One thing about Mr. Rice, he is not afraid to take a stand.
Well, it's not difficult to say Larry Bird's a good three-point shooter.
Yeah.
I can take one there. But here's our guy.
But you're saying that Queenan may suffer because he has to use his legs more.
Yeah, and he'll do better, I think, in the slam dunk. Queenan, when he left Lehigh, was a great inside scorer, and they said to make the NBA, you're going to have to work on your outside shooting. He did that, but as you can see, little nervous right here after watching Cofield and England.
Oh, wow, he missed everything in the first rack. He's shut out. Now he heats up.
He did that.
Once again, remember, it doesn't matter what you did in the first round. It's only the second round that counts now for these guys. Queenan with 5. Big one there. He got 8.
He's slowing down now a little bit, trying to get his rhythm, his balance. He was going a little too quick on that first rack, making sure he got, but what he ended up doing was not making any balls on the first rack. You got to get into your good rhythm.
He's got 11 now. Needs to hit them all. He ends with 14. At 15 the first time, but that doesn't matter. 14 in round 2, and that'll be, I think, difficult for him to get into the final round.
Yeah, as we look at the last rack here, he was slowing down a little bit, not shooting as much with his legs in this rack. And it was a good rack for him as he made 3 in a row there and missed the last one.
You hear the crowd, and they get excited because here comes one of their own, Milton. Boy, the fans of Halifax have really adopted these Windjammers, haven't they?
Oh, unbelievable. Leading everybody in attendance in the World Basketball League as,
unbelievable, he hit them all.
This is the guy I said, if he makes the second round, Milt Newton, he's going to be tough to beat, and he's showing. Uh-oh. Both Freddie Cofield and Chip England are over on the bench saying, oh, no.
He made 9 of his first 10, 10 of 12 now. 13 points. Make it 15. Wow, he's got 2 racks to go.
And he's the guy I said would win it. Didn't I say that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I thought you said
Chip England.
England.
Oh, he's hot.
That's the best score, 19. He's still got 3 left.
He was the outside shooter for Kansas when they had Manning.
Oh, wow. 24 out of a possible 30. That's amazing. Needless to say, it would take an unbelievable performance to knock him out.
Well, both Freddie Cofield and Chip England could beat him. But this is where he really gained his confidence. Look at it. He barely goes off the ground. That's how you shoot great 3 points. Chip England now is rearranging the racks. He wants them in perfect formation. He doesn't trust the rack guys. He's going to do it himself.
Yep. Well, isn't that the way the great players do it? I mean, they know exactly what they're doing. England has practiced this. There is some money on the line, but I think it's mainly pride. He lost last year. He didn't like that. Not at all.
Cofield had a great rack last year at the end to beat him out. Now he's got Milt Newton looking him in his eye.
England started slow in round 1, and the same thing happens here. But he does get 4 out of the possible 6 in rack 1. Watch, he's looking down at that rack before the ball goes in. Missed the big 2 there. He's got 7.
You hate to miss that 2-point ball. He's not going as fast as he did the first round, and I think that's hurting him a little bit.
He got 3 out of that rack. He's at 10.
He's going to have a tough time. He's got to make almost every ball plus the 2-point balls to win. I don't think he has a shot right now. No, he doesn't.
He's got 12. He needs 2 or 3 really to get into second. Because remember, Queenan has 14. He's there now. That's 15. He really needs this one. It won't go. He's got 15 in the middle rack by Costin.
And this normally is his rack. He very seldom misses from that middle rack. And as you can see, everything was on the front of the rim except the last two balls.
15 for him. He's in second, but now all Freddie Cofield needs to do to get into the finals is come up with 16. In the first round, he had 17.
And remember, Freddie has been out with a bad finger, a broken finger on his shooting hand, and he's off to a terrible start also.
Only 3 points midway through this second rack. He's got 6.
He tried to get his rhythm by bouncing the ball in that middle. It's something you very seldom see in a three-point contest.
Missed the big 2. He's got 9. Remember, he needs 16 to move on.
Eastern Michigan, and he played on the Youngstown Pride the last 2 years that have won the World Basketball League Championship.
He missed that one. He knows he's only got 12. He looked at the score. Now he's got 14. That ties him there. Needs one of these 2. He's into the finals. Oh, did you see him wave? He knew that 2 was going. He ends with 18. So say goodbye to Darren Queenan and say goodbye to Chip Anglin. The finalists will be Milt Newton and Freddie Cofield.
A lot of pressure on this rack for Freddie. Boy, watch him. He just blisters it, and he knows he has to put it up. He didn't. He was running out of time. He only had 3 seconds at the end of that last rack.
So now everybody will gather themselves back up, and Cofield and Newton will go to the finals. Cofield had 18, but Newton had 24 points. Who's the best? We'll find out in a moment. There is your defending champion, Freddie Cofield. He got to the final round by coming up with 18 points. 18 of them in the second round, but Milt Newton had 24. And then Anglin and Queenan with the 15s, and they are out of there. So Cofield has a chance to win his second straight, which would match the feat of Chip Anglin the first 2 years, Mike.
In the three-point shooting contest, our friend Cofield and Milt Newton.
In the meantime, we'll get Mike Rice with us here momentarily, as he is set up now to interview the winner as soon as this thing is over. And the first shooter will be Milt Newton, and the crowd will go nuts. He was a dead-eye at Kansas. He's a dead-eye now. Here we go. Newton will start. Oh, right off the bat, he's on the mark and then cools off. Only 2 out of those first 5. And Milt Newton comes up with 4 out of that rack, so he's got 6. Cooled off from that 24 in round number 2. He's at 10, rack number 4. He starts to heat up. 14. Oh, a big one to miss there. Newton, last one. No, he'll end with 16. And Cofield knows that would even if he.
And your final score for
It
Milt
was
Newton,
not
16.
third round for Milt
And
Newton.
please welcome your final shooter from the
Off the back on the first one, that one on the money, but that on the side, he makes that one. He knows he needs this one for insurance, and he couldn't get it to go. So he finishes at 16. And Cofield, who had 17 and then 18, just has to stay with form to be the 2-time defending champion. Out of the first rack, he comes away with 3. He goes to rack forward. He looks at the scoreboard. He's halfway there.
He needs the 2-point balls for sure.
Boy, has he got pressure on him. Missed that one. He's got 12. He needs 16 to tie, 5 to win. There's one. He needs this to tie. He got it. No, he got 17. I was off one. He will win it with 17.
That's the pressure. I said Freddie Cofield can shoot pressure three-pointers, whether it's a game or a contest. Freddie gets that money again.
Amazing. First round 17, second round 18, third round 17. And that was all he needed. He defeated Milt Newton, who went 15, 24, and then 16. Remember, no carries over to win by a point, and he did it with that 2-point shot on the last shot of the last rack. And he's coming over to talk with Mike Rice here in just a moment. He will be presented a trophy from Commissioner Steve Earhart and a businessman, a nice gentleman named Gary Stewart from MT&T, a cellular company here. There's a good look at a good-looking young man and a great shot. Very consistent here, 17, 18, and 17. Apparently, that injury didn't bother him at all. And now let's go to Mike Rice, who's standing by with the commissioner and the winner.
Well, before we get to the important part of this, getting that check and everything, you told me this afternoon the finger was bothering you. You probably wouldn't, what were you, setting me up for this competition? I picked Chip England again.
Again. You did it again. I thought you may have learned from your mistake last year, so I tried to give you another excuse saying the finger hurt, but if the finger felt good, I wouldn't have been here. It was a great competition.
A lot of pressure that last rack. You knew the hometown favorite was ahead of you. Did you feel any of the pressure?
No, I didn't feel any pressure. The round before when he shot 24 was a lot of pressure. After that, when I saw Chip go down, I kind of relaxed, and I was just hoping that Milt wouldn't hit too many.
Let me ask you about the finger now. Youngstown's lost 9 in a row, and you've been out of that lineup. Can they come back and take over first place from Calgary?
Well, I'm banking on it. We just lost a little chemistry. I went down. A couple other guys went down. But I think I'm back in the lineup, and we've got a couple other players back. We're going to make our championship run right about now.
Let's make this presentation from Commissioner Earhart. Go ahead, Steve.
Great. What I'd like to do is introduce Dave Stewart of MT&T Cellular, the sponsor of this great three-point shootout here in Halifax, to present to Freddie Cofield the winner's check and the trophy. Great job, Freddie.
Thank you.
Wonderful job.
Thank you.
Once again, Freddie Cofield, he's been the champ 2 years in a row. He could go on forever.
Thanks, Sam.
Well, Mike Rice, he said you should have learned your lesson. Here's why. He needs this. He's got 15. He needs the 2 or he loses. He got it. He won it. Freddie Cofield, 2-time defending champ. We'll be back for more excitement. The slam dunk contest comes your way. Just a moment. Stick around. Halifax, they're getting set. He's limbering up because it's time for slam dunk competition. 2 rounds. Each player has 2 attempts per round. Each dunk will receive a rating from 7 to 10. There are 5 judges who are on hand. Billy Robinson, the executive director of the Nova Scotia Sport Heritage Center, is one. Neil Hooper is the executive director of basketball in Nova Scotia. Ron Foxcroft, the president of the new WBL Hamilton franchise and the inventor of the P-less whistle. Yes, you heard me. He is a former official. Is one judge. Jerry Bonkowski, basketball writer for USA Today, is the 4th judge. And then the 5th judge will be Michael Ladner. Yeah, you know that name, president of Sports Channel America.
There will be 2 rounds, and the
first young man who will do his thing is Aaron Mitchell from Erie. Played collegiately at Southwestern Louisiana. By the way, we've got our daredevil announcer, Mike Rice, down underneath the basket. So what we might see here tonight is not just artistic judging, but maybe on accuracy for falling missiles, hitting Rice in the head.
I like to feel the action, Dave. I'll be under here, except when Willie Bland gets. Last year, he dunked right into my head, so I'm going to be away from that. But last year, I picked Willie Bland. He finished 2nd. This year, I got Darren Queenan as my pick, and Darren's got that fabulous 2-ball dunk coming up and I got a feeling if he makes that, he'll win it. It was a great three-pointer, and I'm looking for a great slam dunk here.
There's the introduction of the judges. Mike, you're going to go with Queenan, but he's got such a difficult slam that involves a partner with timing. I think I'll go with Willie Bland, who sort of feels he's owed one. He had the great slam last year and then missed one, and that same sort of thing could happen with Darren Queenan this time around.
Yeah. Problem with Willie Bland is he's had a bad ankle. He tore ligaments in his ankle, and he can't get off that right leg as much, but he's still a great leaper once the crowd starts yelling. Last year, that dunk between his legs and around his back was unbelievable.
Wasn't our three-point winner injured too? Our three-point winner was injured. I've got the feeling that injuries add drama.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to move in under the basket now.
Be careful. Here's the intros of all the men who will participate here. There's the defending champion Mario Donaldson. Darren Queenan has already been introduced. 6 players compete, and they'll get 2 dunks. Then they'll cut to 3 players for the final round. They'll only get 1 dunk each. Here's Milt Newton, made it to the finals of the 3-point contest, and maybe he's owed one too, so watch for him, as well as Bland and then Queenan. J.J. Eubanks, you saw him in the 3-point contest also. He's getting double duty here tonight.
Dave, that shows you what this league is all about, the WBL. When you have guys that can compete in the 3-point contest and then go and do it at a slam dunk. And almost all of these slam dunk contestants could have gone into the 3-point shootout.
There's Willie Bland, and man, they love this guy here. You see the 10s are already out in force.
Well, if that ankle's bad, I think the adrenaline from this crowd will pick Willie up.
We'll find out if he's hurt or not. We're back for the action in a moment. For the slam dunk contest here, 6 players: Aaron Mitchell, Darren Queenan, Mario Donaldson, Milt Newton, J.J. Eubanks, and Willie Bland go at it. Last year, Bland had the most spectacular of the dunks, but Mario Donaldson the most consistent with 2 and was the champion. So he wants to defend, and Bland, even though he's slightly injured, has it in his mind to take the crown away in the first place check.
At 6'5", it means a lot not to miss, because last year Mario Donaldson won it simply because he didn't miss a dunk. So the first round, we won't see anything really spectacular. Although I've been watching Aaron Mitchell from Erie Wave warm up. Woo! He is a leaper, no doubt about it. Southwest Louisiana.
Raging Cajun.
Yeah, I picked Darren Queenan, but but as we said.
Oh man, you fudge all the time, you know that?
I should have taken my man Cofield in that 3-pointer. Oh,
nice style, but he missed, and that'll cost him.
Well, I tell you what, I'm under here. The head almost hit the rim on that shot.
One more chance to make that dunk.
One more for Aaron Mitchell here. Yes.
The problem right there is, Dave, he will not have a chance to have another miss. So you don't want to miss as we look at the judges. 8s, all 8s over there. Even Mike Lardner, who was a very tough judge last year, gave an 8.
Well, I think that was on the money for Aaron. That was nice and dramatic and pretty. Did miss the first one, though. Here comes Darren Queenan.
We're going to take a long look at Darren here. This is not the spectacular dunk, the 2-ball dunk we were talking about. This will just be a 2-hander.
Oh, behind the head.
Yeah, that was a 1 bounce. His spectacular one, he bounces it twice off the backboard, and the other dunk is he uses 2 balls. Now, they only gave him 8s. Oh, no.
No, 3 9s and 2 8s.
I agree with those. I agree with that. When you bounce it off the backboard and put it in, that deserves about a 9.
Remember, these points carry over. The The PA announcer has told the crowd, here's the champ.
Yeah, last year he did the same thing, only the final dunk went over 3 people. This always gets the judges' attention.
Oh, spectacular.
Woo! Oh, who's that 9? That guy's got a 9 over there. They ought to arrest him.
Michael Lardner being tough again. But a bunch of 10s in there.
Lardner would have given Dr. J a 9, it looks like.
Milt Newton sees all those good scores, and then the crowd gets behind him. He's fired. Here he comes. Oh, yeah. And the crowd goes nuts. They hold up 10s, and so do the judges. I told you he was a dark horse.
No, I would have only given that a 9. I don't think it was as tough as Donaldson.
Where did he go wrong?
That behind the back, it wasn't tough enough.
Oh. Here's J.J. Eubanks from Nashville now.
Oh.
Missed it.
One more chance for JJ.
He did look flashy, though.
Yeah, J.J. from Tennessee State really got up that time. He lost track of where the rim was.
That one he got. And the judges go 9 across the board.
Well, I guess they're not going for the floating dunks tonight. They're going for the behind-the-back, catch-the-pass dunks, which Willie Bland really has a good one.
Another local hero, and really this guy is the favorite of the city, Mike. They've got T-shirts printed with his face on it all over the place.
Yeah, they love Willie here. He left the Youngstown Pride. He's the leading rebounder in the WBL, about the 7th leading scorer, and he loves to dunk.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh, it's 2 10s, 3 9s.
47. Eubanks had 45. Watch this. Seems effortless, huh?
Looks like the teammates are battling it out, Newton and Bland.
And Aaron Mitchell, those will be the 3, I believe, that have made it. So you've got 2 Halifax and an Erie.
You know, the problem, some of the guys like Queenan were saving their big dunks for the second round. They better come. They may not be in the second round unless they go real big right now in their second dunk here in the first round. Uh-oh. Aaron Mitchell looked at the foul line. Only MJ does this dunk.
Uh-oh. And look at where he starts. By the baseline underneath the other basket.
And I'm getting out of the way because I got a feeling Mr. Mitchell's going to go over that baseline.
Oh, man. Airtime. And that's a perfect score, friends. 10 across the board.
Oh, that was big time. Big time.
Your next contestant from the Nashville Flyers.
He hung forever. That is a Michael Jordan-like dunk, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, I was watching his foot, and he really was close to that foul line. I don't know if he was over or not. That was a big-time dunk. Uh-oh. Here's the 2-ball dunk.
Yep.
He's got to bring it out early. Darren Queenan. This is tough. They got to get the other ball in. The people are wondering why he wants 2 balls.
Yep.
Watch this.
I think that's Johnny Brown, isn't it, that's going to throw the ball up for him.
And Johnny Brown is a terrible passer. I hate to say that. I hope he does better than he does in the game.
Oh, almost. Johnny Brown threw it a little too early.
Yeah, as I
and Queenan
said.
saying, what you doing? What you doing?
You know, this afternoon, Darren was practicing this dunk, but he had a different feeder.
Now, they gave him 8s on this, and now I think Queen's saying that it shouldn't be. One did go in. What's the official ruling?
No, he should get another turn. Another one. He missed it.
Mike Rice is absolutely lobbying to the judges for Queen. I know that. By the way, we want to remind you, this is not like the three-point competition. Here it's cumulative score, so it's a combination of the two best.
Normie Drucker straightened that out.
Oh, he almost did it.
That was a bad pass. He would have done it. He stayed up there long enough. Johnny Brown, give him an F.
Only 7s across the board that time. His first score was decent, though. We'll see if he's able to stick around. Watch this. Yeah, the throw is not on the money.
Say goodbye to Darren Queen. And you can't miss with this group this year. This is a good group.
I think you may be the kiss of death, Mike.
Yeah. I think I'll change my pick.
Oh, so close.
Well, last year, Willie Bland missed a key dunk, and Mario Donaldson didn't have to perform. This year, this dunk has to be good because Willie Bland is still coming up. Milt Newton, there's a lot of firepower left.
That one got away from him. Oh, he hits a nice one.
That's a 9. That should be a 9. Let's take a look.
An 8 in there.
Oh, that
3
guy's
9s, and
yeah.
Mr. Lardner was impressed with the 10. And it's time for Milt Newton to see if he can make his move.
And now from the Halifax Windjammers,
The crowd again psyched up.
I'm wondering if Milt knows the dunk he's going to do ahead of time or just makes it up.
Ooh, that was a pretty good makeup job. He hit the back of the iron, though. So no score there. He'll get one more.
Yeah, you get one more. This is it. He hasn't missed up to this time, so he gets that extra dunk. That's why you don't want to miss in that first dunk in the first round.
They'll try it from a different side. Yes.
That was a safety dunk. That should be about an 8, but the judges are giving him 9.
4 9s, 1 10.
Little hometown, and that, I got a feeling, that wasn't a tough dunk.
JJ from Tennessee State. That's pretty.
Now, yes, there's 110 there. To be consistent, you have to give that a 9 if you gave Milt Newton's a 9. So the judges are consistent right there.
And here comes Willie Bland. He's going to do a 360, Mike. You see him practicing?
Well, he's tough. He's really testing that bad ankle. He's going to bounce it. This is a tough dunk simply because you have to time the ball.
Now what does he do with his second? A safety, or does he go for it again?
Well, with the bounce dunk, everyone knows you're changing your dunk. They didn't know with Newton. So if he changes it, they'll know, and he is going to change it.
Here he comes. It was pretty but safe. 9s and an 8, a couple of 8s in there.
Yeah. That was tough enough to be a 9 because he went under the basket, whereas Milt Newton and the rest didn't. So I would have had to say a 9. I think the 8s were a little out of place.
We'll be back. We'll total up the scores, and we'll let you know the 3 players who have survived. It'll be tough. There it is, 96, 92, 91. Newton, Donaldson, Eubanks in. We pause for a regional break. Welcome you back to the Metro Center in Halifax. You see that it is a full house, and the 3 men on top, Milton Newton, Mario Donaldson, and J.J. Eubanks, all in the finals of the slam dunk competition. And my, was it close. 2 guys miss by 1 point. And well, Newton's got to be tired because well, he was in the finals of the three-point competition. Now he's in the finals here. He's loving it. These are his hometown fans who surround him. He's visiting with some friends right now until he gets called for this one last major dunk. And remember, there is some money involved here, Mike.
Well, we're waiting right now for the fans to find out who's in. And the two big guys, Queen and Bland, are out.
Wow.
From the Saskatchewan Stone, Mario Donaldson.
So Donaldson will go first.
Well, Mario did his jumping over three people, and that's what he did last year at the end to win it. So now he's got to come up with something a little creative. And let's see if the judges remember what he did in the two previous rounds.
Clean for sure there. And safe. All nines.
All nines.
Your next contestant.
Coming right at you.
Nashville Stars, J.J. Eubanks.
Eubanks from Nashville is next.
I think anybody that gets creative in this round will win this whole thing.
You got to be risky, though, because you could miss, and then you're out. That was a bit risky, wasn't it?
Somewhat. The way these guys jump to go underneath and dunk, not real risky. It's certainly not a deep round type dunk where he closed his eyes and dunked in the NBA.
Well, Mike, those were all nines, so the way we've got it,
well,
is that Donaldson and Eubanks are tied.
Let's see if Milt can come up with something a little different. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And 4 10s and a 9.
Little different.
So Newton, who got to the finals in three-point play, has got the best score in the slam dunk. It wasn't that pretty.
Slam dunk championship from the Halifax Windjammers.
He's the champion. I don't think he realized he had it won. Now he knows. Congratulations from everybody. And look, they're standing here at the Metro Center. And this is just a slam dunk contest, folks. They love their Windjammers in Halifax.
Well, we're waiting now for Don Fahey to come and Steve Earhart.
Here is one more look at it, Mike. That's the winner.
Let's talk to
4 10s and a 9, and here is Mike with Milt.
Milt, would you rather have won the three-point or the slam dunk tonight?
I would have rather won both of them, but I'll settle with a slam dunk. Kind of keep it a little bit short on the three-point contest. I know Freddie's a good shooter. He's a clutch shooter, and he knew what he needed to win the game, and he knocked him down when he had to.
This crowd in Halifax, something else. This is my first trip here. Did they get you motivated in that slam dunk?
Yeah, they always do. Even in the games, we have the best fans in the WBL.
Let's talk to Steve Earhart here, the commissioner, and present a little something to you, and Don Fahey.
Well, my congratulations to Milt Newton after giving a great effort in the three-point contest, coming back and winning it. It's a great tribute. I have the check on your behalf and like to introduce Don Fahey of Coca-Cola, who presents you the trophy.
Don?
Coca-Cola, congratulations. Really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Milt, it's all yours.
Oh, look at the size of that trophy. And they're cheering him like it's Wimbledon. He holds it above him. And remember, Milt was consistent in all 3 rounds. A terrific scoring for him, and a terrific night, one he'll remember. The standing ovations, and this is what led to it all. A little 360, and he is the new